Good morning, everyone. It is currently Wednesday, the 18th of August. I nearly said October for some reason, like that's quite a bit away. But it's scan day, and I've drunk one and a half of these. Like I just filled this up a little bit and drank a wee bit from it. I'm trying to drink as much water as possible. It says a pint at minimum. So I think I've drank more than that. What is even going on with my hair? I'm just not looking forward to the needing to pee and then pressing on my stomach, well, like my lower abdomen when I really badly need to pee when it's close to your bladder. It's not ideal. Oh, I'm kind of apprehensive because I just more in the sense like scans are fine because they're like not unharmful or anything. But it's just the fact that when they like press on you and you need to pee and you're bursting and it's just like not an ideal situation. But no, like I know that it's just, I think the reason I'm more apprehensive is like, what if it's something different? Like what if I'll never know? Like what if it takes like a really long process and whatnot? Oh my god, I can already feel myself starting to really need to go because I downed it because I was like, what if? And I don't know if that's probably not really good. Because yeah, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked now. But yeah, because I just I'm not sure. People keep messaging me and I forgot to put my phone into the server. It's distracting me. But yeah, like I'm worried in case it's not that and it's something else. It's more serious, or it takes ages to actually get a diagnosis or figure out what's wrong with me, because it seems to happen a lot to me where my body shows symptoms of something and like there's nothing there. And I'm like, or they'll say, oh, you're fine. And I'm like, but I'm not fine. So I'm scared in case it's something like that and they think I'm like making it up or something when I'm not. So yeah, Greg is picking me up to take me to my appointment. So yeah, we will see what happens and hope for the best. Hello everyone, sorry I haven't vlogged today. I was with Greg because today kind of started off as a bit of a disaster, not gonna lie, because Greg tried to get his mum to wake him up and it didn't work, so he was running late. So then I phoned to say I'd be a little late, but I panicked and said I'd be 50 minutes late, and then they were like, oh well, if you're going to be that late then we need to reschedule. So then I started panicking and getting upset and was like, oh but I really need this appointment, like it's such a disaster. And they were like, oh well, if you have to, like, just get here when you get here. And I felt so bad. I was like, I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad for me so that they fix it, but I was like stressing out, and then I had a panic attack and then it was a disaster. I was only 3 minutes late in the end, but then because they thought I was going to be really late, the nurse went for her tea break, and then I was waiting for a while, which was fine because I said I was going to be late even though I wasn't that late, and then it was a bit of a disaster. And then it was also a disaster because when she'd done the scan, she said that my bladder was empty, but I'd literally drunk a whole litre of water. But she said if I was dehydrated, I would have absorbed the water elsewhere and it wouldn't have gone to my bladder. And I was like, oh great, we love that. So she still tried to like have a look. She said it was a bit difficult. So that's annoying because that has happened before where I've drunk loads of water and it's like the rest of my body absorbs it, but my bladder, it takes ages to go to my bladder basically. So, and I literally drank it an hour before, so it was very stressful. And she was like, well, I'm not really seeing any reason for the pain. And I'm like, lovely. So that will be sent to the GP surgery and I'll find out, hopefully, like obviously they'll tell me as well what the results are, and hopefully I get the same doctor and she'll kind of say like what the next steps are. So I've just been a bit stressed, but she seems to think it might be endometriosis, and she did also seem to think, well, if it doesn't show up on the ultrasound, like we'll still progress to find out what's going on. So hopefully get that doctor again so that she can push to find out what's wrong with me, because I was doing some research on it and it seems that if it's not got to the point where it's like spread to your like, well, like your ovaries are like producing cysts and stuff, like there's every chance it won't show up on an ultrasound if that is what I've got, because I still don't know. It's just very frustrating because I just like would like some answers, but I know it's a process and it's just like kind of like that. But we'll see how it goes. So I'll be back once we find out what the next steps are and see how it goes. But I'm just feeling a bit deflated because, I mean, I kind of knew this would probably happen where, like, I wouldn't get answers right away. But when you're actually, like, in the moment of, like, trying to figure it out and you, like, have to wait and stuff, it's quite exhausting and stuff, because especially because I'm prone to overthinking things as well, so not ideal combination. But yes, I'm gonna go to bed now because I have to go get up early and take my youngest sister to school since they're back at school now, because my mum's busy. So I'm gonna head to bed because I am shattered. It was so nice to see Greg today because I hadn't seen him in 3 weeks because I went away to the caravan and then I had the flu for 2 weeks, so I didn't see him, because if he gets any respiratory kind of illnesses, it could really mess up his throat, make it worse. So we don't want me getting the cold to pass it on to him, and it makes his health issues worse. So especially when we still don't know fully what's going on with him either. But yeah, as I said, I'm going to go and not ramble on. I don't even know if anyone will have made it this far, but we plod along. Good night, guys. Hello everyone. I was supposed to add to this vlog this morning and then I kept forgetting. And then I was like, oh, look a mess. I'm not going to add to it. And you got me before bed looking a mess. So either way, you're getting me a mess. So basically, I was going to turn it off because it's going to distract me. So sorry about that camera angle. But basically, I'm going to get there eventually. So last Friday, it's now the 1st of September. Last Friday I phoned the doctors and was like, hi, just like checking like what my results were, because they came in on the Wednesday. But any time that I've actually phoned the doctors for results, they've been like, they've not checked over it, whatever. So I was like, okay, like I'll give them extra time, sort of thing. So I phoned on the Friday. They were like, yeah, your scans come back fine. So you'll have to phone on Monday for an appointment. I never got an appointment until today, which is Wednesday, because I couldn't get through on the Monday or the Tuesday and they didn't have appointments. So yeah, so we're getting somewhere, because basically all I had to do was phone, so that I'm going to try and balance this so that I don't have to hold it. And hopefully it doesn't fall too much. Oh, okay, well, maybe that will be okay. Okay, I'll try not to move too much. But yeah, so I got this really nice doctor, because the doctor that I spoke to, she's on holiday, so I couldn't speak to that doctor, which sucked. But the other doctor was really nice and basically said, it was kind of like positive, but in the sense like there was maybe a bit of parts that maybe put doubt in my head, if you know what I mean, because she was saying, you know, like she would refer me to the gynecologist, like the other doctor, and I keep almost saying her name, the other doctor was going to, but because I'm on the pill and the pill's like helping with the pain, but I did explain it doesn't always help, like there's still some days where I get in a lot of pain still, and like ibuprofen doesn't work for me anymore, so like I can't even use that, so it's a fun time. So she kind of was like, you know, like we'd kind of roughly know where it was going, because, you know, it's not showing any signs of that. And I'm like, okay, but why would the other doctor be like, okay, well, we're going to refer you to the gynecologist even if it shows up nothing? Because obviously she kind of would have thought that something might be I just don't know, but it kind of threw me into a bit of a like a bleh in my brain, because I'm just like, I literally don't know what you mean by that. So yeah, she was like, yeah, we can refer you, like, just so that we can make sure you're getting the right treatment and stuff. And I'm like, okay. So now I'm stressed because I'm like glad that I've got that booked now and I'm like on getting referred to the gynecologist, but at the same time I'm like, well, what if this is pointless and it doesn't like work properly, or like something doesn't go to plan? So it's very stressful and I don't really know what to do. But well, apart from wait for the referral to come through, like the appointment, go to it and then see the person that I'm seeing. So I'll probably see you back in the vlog in about 12 weeks or more or less. So we'll just see how we go from there. So yeah, just thought I'd update before I forgot completely, and this is like an incomplete vlog. I don't even know if anyone is even gonna watch this or even gonna post it. Like, I don't know if this is just more of a me thing or not, you know, kind of like help me vent and process how I feel about things, because it is a bit stressful when you're in pain and like people think it's one thing but then they're like maybe not, and it's like, well, please just like help me find out. But yes, I'm gonna go to bed now because I'm tired. So yeah, I will see you guys soon. Hello everyone, I'm finally recording for the vlog again. Apologies of me looking like this again, like every time I just look a mess, but to be honest, I've just been living in pajamas when I'm not working pretty much, unless I have plans, because it's just comfortable. So this is just basically me 99.9% of the time. I forgot to update since the last video because I started thinking that I wasn't going to post it, but I started editing it to see if I was going to post it, and then I was like, yeah, I think I'm just going to, you know, like, what can I really lose by posting it, you know, even if I just post it and it's mainly for me, you know. But yeah, so when I done the last video, it was the 1st of September, and I did get a letter through to say that I am on the waiting list for the gynecologist. They sent this letter out on the 7th of September, and I think I got it the same week or the week after, so I didn't have to wait too long for that part. But I was a bit miffed because, shock horror, this process has been a bit of a freaking disaster, not gonna lie. Like, they basically can't tell me, because we have received a referral for you to above speciality and have now added you to the waiting list. So they have like reduced appointments because of COVID, which I kind of thought, and it's just understandable because COVID is still here. Basically they can't tell me how long I'll have to wait for an appointment, so that whole 12 weeks thing that I said in the last vlog, scrap that completely. I could be waiting longer, less time, and the worst part is that they might not be able to see me in person, so it might just be through a video or a phone call, which sucks as well, because see, when it's like an area where you feel like it may be better if they actually saw in person and maybe like felt, I don't know if you can, I don't think you can even feel anyways, I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I just feel like it would have been so much better. But like, I have frustrations because I'm not getting mad at the NHS. Like, I appreciate everything that everyone does who works in the NHS. I just am getting frustrated because the last time I did phone, it was very much of a, oh well, it could be this, but, and then it's very confusing for me because like, I thought at the first she was being helpful, and then she had that underlying comment of, but we might know what it is, but she didn't tell me what she thought it was. And I thought about that for like 3 weeks straight, panicking, being like, I don't know what's wrong with me, like what if it's like not that and I've like wasted their time, and it's just been a process. And I think I'm just coming across more annoyed because when I'm trying to vlog this, because the last 3 days I've been in like so much pain. Like, I used one of those I've been using those BU patches again, and they usually are really helpful, but last night they didn't really help as much as they had been, and like, I couldn't get to sleep properly, and I just feel like my health in general is going in the gutter, to be honest with you, because I had been obviously in pain, and at times it had been getting better. I also had to stop the pill for like 4 days because I started to get breakthrough bleeding, and obviously when you're not taking a break, you have to take a break if that happens. And oh my god, that was like so horrible. The pain was so surreal, like it was so bad, and I just had cramps for like the whole time, and like the spotting lasted longer than it usually, well, like it wasn't spotting, I ended up having like a period because it just like, because I wasn't on the pill, like it spiraled into like a period. And it was like I was in pain the whole time, like cramps the whole time. Like I don't usually get cramps as much as that. Like I'd get cramps for the first day, would always be the worst for me, or I'd sometimes get it like first to second, but not for the full like however many days I usually is. I don't really remember off the top of my head because it's been a while. And I had been I've been yawning a lot in my vlogs as well. My tiredness has gotten worse. Like I have complained about tiredness before to the GP. And I just thought it was maybe due to obviously like being on medication, like depression, because I used to have depression. And it probably was down to that, but like it never has gotten better. Like it's been awful. I've always just felt tired. Like I've never felt like I've had a good sleep. I did feel like I did have it once after I did like a whole weekend on pills for 8 hours, but that was horrible because my whole body was in pain. But yeah, like my tiredness has gotten a lot worse where I'm like excessively sleeping a lot, and it's really not good. Like I'll be waking up during the night because I'd need to pee, and then I'll go back to sleep, and then I'll wake up, and then I'll have a nap again because me getting up to move like a small bit is so exhausting for some reason. And yeah, it's just not ideal. Like I'm getting a blood test next Wednesday, which I had to wait 3 weeks for because they've just been really fully booked with like appointments and stuff. So it's been a bit of a nightmare. So I'm basically getting a whole blood work MOT. I know that's not really what I'm getting tested for elsewhere, but there's every chance that the blood test could maybe indicate towards the other, because he said, the doctor I got, well, he was like so great. Obviously phone call appointment. I felt bad because I started getting upset because I was doing so well with phoning people like things and like not getting upset, and I was like so proud of myself, and then for some reason I just speak to this doctor and I just like start crying, and I'm like, sorry, like I'm really trying. I just like get really like stressed like on the phone, like I just can't do it, but I'm trying. And he was like really nice about it and was like, just take your time, like it's okay. And obviously said if nothing comes up in your blood, basically they're going to do another mental health evaluation because they said that stress can cause tiredness. And I have been a lot more stressed recently, I think, because work's been very stressful. We've been like severely understaffed, and we've having to like work extra hours, but then I'm like standing on tills for 8 hours, and like my legs are so weak, like I can't stand for like a long period of time. Like I just don't have the joints for that, because I still have issues with my hips and stuff which contribute to my knees, and it's just like a cycle of things not working out right. Like since recovering from anorexia, like my joints have never recovered fully, so like it's more difficult to like stand. But I need to try and go to like get like a personal trainer. But they're so expensive, but like I probably should get a personal trainer to like help me get stronger legs. But to be honest, I don't even know if it's possible because they just, even when I was trying to exercise myself, like they never got stronger, like they were just weak the whole time. So it's just a bit frustrating. And because I'm sleeping all the time, I'm not like walking anywhere, unless I'm at work or going to get Lucy, or like walking when I'm in like Glasgow or Edinburgh with like my friend Jenny or things like that. So yeah, it's just a lot, but I'm hoping that I can just get answers to something, because honestly, I'm tired of being tired and tired of being in pain. Because I know that people keep showing concern, well, not like people in here, but like people close to me, because they're like, oh, you're like, they think that I'm like losing weight, but like I'm not trying to, like, so if I am, like, it's like so unintentional, because I just eat whatever I want, and probably not eating the best recently. But you know what, sometimes life gets in the way and it doesn't always work out with your eating habits, which, you know, you can always fix them eventually, you know. But just praying, honestly, like, I'm getting emotional because I'm just like so stressed and like just really need answers, basically. But I don't want to cry, so like on camera again, because I'm such an ugly crier, and I know that doesn't really matter, but I need to save some of this for, you know, me on my own. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. I'm like, this is also why I haven't been posting as much as I had been. It's not because I'm like super busy, it's because I'm so freaking tired that I like don't have the energy. So when I do get a video up, it's really, really great. So I don't know when this is going to be out, obviously, because I need to post part 1, but yeah, just taking each day as it comes, which can be very stressful and frustrating when, you know, nothing helps when you're in pain. So we'll get there one day at a time, I guess. One day at a time. So yes, I will update you guys again soon. There's every chance that the next part will be like, if I get the gynecologist and they decide what happens next, then that will be a part 3, but we'll see how it goes for now, because I don't want them to be too long, like all together, because it's gonna be like a lot. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching if you made it to the end and are just dealing with me rambling and being a stressed out, tired mess. And I have the look to prove it, you know, like, you know that I've got comfortable with YouTube when I don't actually care what I look like anymore. Like, you're just gonna have to take me as I am. Sorry, I'm like in a lot of pain. Like, oh, it's so painful. Oh, anyway, just praying and hoping for some answers. So we'll see what happens. But yes, I will speak to you guys soon.
Hello, I am back. Apologies for sounding very like this. I currently have the cold, and it's just like kind of floored me because I can't breathe. Like, it's just, I don't even know anymore. But I've just thought I'd add to this vlog. Sorry, I just like pretty much woke up. It's like, well, sort of recently. It's like nearly 9:30 because I spent some time trying to get a hold of the doctor to find out my results for my blood test, because I got a blood test, which I spoke about, that they had issue with my blood because it was like, it was coming out, but near the end it was like stopping, so they had to like go in again, and then so they had 2 vials. Ended up with a big massive bruise, which I will put here somewhere. It was awful because they had to go in twice in the one arm, and then I get a little thing through being like, oh yeah, you need to come back and get it done because it clotted when we were trying to test it and we couldn't get any results. So I was like, great. I had to go back, got the results today, and I'm just honestly ready to hit my head against a wall, if I'm being completely honest. Because the blood came back normal for all the tests that they done, and I'm just like, well, what the frick is wrong with me? Like, why am I so exhausted all the time? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this type of exhaustion isn't even funny. Like, I'll do like the smallest thing and I'll just get so tired. I'm just getting really frustrated, so I'm getting like upset, but I don't want to get upset, but it's just so frustrating that, you know, like, I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with me, and, like, nothing seems to be showing up, and I'm just like, but, like, I can feel the tiredness. Like, I'll go downstairs, I'll, like, put stuff in the dishwasher, or, like, fill up the washing machine, and I'm, like, can't keep my eyes open because of how exhausted I am. But, like, it's nothing showing up on, like, a blood test. And then with the other pain, it's like, I'm still waiting, which I was in pain with last night also, on top of this stupid cold. I don't want to be upset, but it's just so frustrating, because it's like, you obviously want to know what's wrong with you, and then it's like, nothing medically is, like, showing up, and you're like, well, what am I supposed to do then? Well, I suppose there's every chance that, like, tiredness is related to something else that's not, like, going to show up that way. But I don't know, because I remember the doctor saying that if it came back, like, fine, I was to phone him again, like, get him again, and, like, go from there. But then on the thing, I don't know if it was him who checked it or if it was someone else, but they were like, no further action is required, and it's like, okay, but if it's come back fine and I still have the problem, surely you'd want to try and help me, like, figure out what's wrong, but apparently not. And that's the thing, like, since the lockdowns have, like, ended, like, I've just been so unwell, like, all the time. Like, I've had the flu, I've had, like, sinus infections, and now this stupid cold, like, but honestly, like, I have been wanting and trying to be consistent on this channel, but because of the tiredness making me fall asleep consistently, and between, like, the pain that I've been getting, and then, like, the headaches, and then being unwell, that, like, I just can't focus. It's just so frustrating. And I know that nobody's probably going to watch this or really care, and, you know, I don't really mind, because I kind of just, I'm doing this for myself anyway. To kind of, like, make me feel better, I guess, or just get my feelings out there, but I'm just at that point where I'm, like, so frustrated. So I don't really know what I'm going to do. Like, I don't know if I should just phone up, because I'm not going to get an appointment today, so, like, I don't know if I should just phone up the doctor that I spoke to the first time and just be like, oh, well, they came back fine, but I remembered that you had said that if they came back fine, I was to phone you back, sort of thing. Because he wants to try and do, like, because I got upset on the phone, because I hate talking on the phone, he was like, you sound stressed, and if it doesn't come back, we'll do, like, a mental health evaluation. And I'm like, it's probably not that, but okay. I mean, I have been a tiny bit stressed recently, but that's mainly just because, like, we were short-staffed at work. But they're fixing that problem, so, you know, I haven't really been as stressed at work. Plus, they kept putting me on pills, like, the whole time, and it was, like, triggering my anxiety, so I was like, please don't do that, which they actually listened to, which is, like, a shock. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just frustrated, because it's, like, just, I want to know what the frick is going on with me, because there's clearly something. Like, I can't make up how tired I get. Like, the like, constant tiredness is, like, I can't make something like that up. And plus, the lower pain I've been getting could easily be, like, a different organ where it's coming from, but it's, like, in that area. I don't know. I just really need a doctor to tell me what's going on, but they're not even doing that. So, it's just so annoying. But yeah, I just thought I'd, like, update. This will probably just be the end to part 2, because it's probably going to be, like, the longest wait ever to find out what the frick is wrong with me. So yeah, sorry, this part has been very, like, up and down. And, like, the last few parts have been me just getting, like, frustrated, because it's just annoying when you're just trying to find out what's wrong with you, and, like, they don't have any answers, like, physical answers, so they're like, well, we don't really know where to go from this. And it's just, yeah, so I think I'll try and phone the doctors tomorrow, get an appointment with the same doctor that I spoke to, because he was helpful, and see how we go. yeah, I don't know, like if it's positive, I guess I'll add it to the I'll add it into the vlog, but I don't really know if I still sound like this tomorrow. I don't think anyone's gonna want to listen to me any longer than I've done this part for, so I'm gonna go. But yeah, I don't know, I guess thanks for watching. If you watched the video, means a lot, and I'll see you guys soon.